Doug Johnson with Acumatica. I'm going to demonstrate the new Acumatica 6 feature for drilling down into generic inquiries. Before going into the demonstration, just a quick review. The generic inquiry writer is one of the tools that's included with the Acumatica ERP system. The tool itself is very flexible. It allows you to take any information in the database and publish it out to an Acumatica screen or to an external entity through the OData feed. All the Acumatica screens use data access classes to get their data from the database. So the generic inquiry is just a way of doing unique combinations of things so that you can pull data from various screens and publish them as needed. Today we're going to be talking about the new feature which allows you to take the custom inquiry, any generic inquiry, and drill into a different screen or into another custom inquiry. That feature is going to allow you to build a cascading set of inquiries that allows people to drill down into user-specific data. In today's case, we're going to be using a lot of things from the sales order area, and we'll be using the AR Tran table. The idea is we're going to go to a fairly high-level report, such as this salesperson sales report. We're going to drill into individual months, and then down to their individual invoices. And then last but not least, we're going to go from that invoice and look at the actual sales order that drove it. Now normally, prior to this feature, after creating this generic inquiry, you would be stuck. In this case, I can go in and I can click on Invoice Sales. Jason Mendenhall, the person I clicked on here, was automatically passed as a parameter to the next report, which was the salesperson sales by month generic inquiry. I can keep drilling down even further and pass both Jason Mendenhall plus the financial period to my salesperson invoices report. And that'll give me a list of all the invoices that made up that particular area. And then furthermore, I have the capability to even drill into a specific sales order. So this is going to take me to the sales order screen. Using this feature is quite simple. You simply prepare your generic inquiries to drill into the specific areas you want. So remember, as I was going from sales by month into the specific salesperson invoice, this invoice sales column had a link. So let's see how I drove that. By going to generic inquiry, this is the salesperson sales by month, I can define navigation parameters. You'll see any screen within an inquiry within Acumatica can be accessed to do this. Now, in addition to defining the screen that you want to approach, you also need to define the navigation parameters. The navigation parameters are what's expected by the upcoming report. So, for example, when I went to salesperson by month into salesperson invoice, notice that my salesperson invoice is expecting a start period, an end period, and a salesperson ID. Subsequently, I went in here, and on my drill down, you can see here's an example of how to get to those. And I can pass them the specific parameters of my row that I'm currently located on when I click that. Now in the results grid column, I can use my default navigation, or as I did in this case, I can pick a specific screen that I want to navigate into. In this case, salesperson invoices. At the very end, the same thing exists. I could pick the sales order screen and pick the keys to go in and link to that sales order screen. As you can see, I went in and I linked the sales order number to the specific screen. If I wanted to, I could define any specific link. So if I wanted to link a different one, I would go in and do it as such. Now that would mean is that if let's close down my sales order and my salesperson invoice, go back in here, and now you're going to see Jason Mendenhall is linked. If I click him, he should link to the same place as that sales order number. Now the last thing you'll notice is that opened up in a different tab. Acumatica's new feature under the navigation allows you to specify whether things are going to open up in a new tab, the same tab, or a pop-up window. So to review, you can drill into other inquiries and into any screen in Acumatica. But most importantly, you can create storyboards. Also, these are extendable because any user-defined field that you would add to your screen also becomes available to the data access class. All of that information is once again available for your customers to use as you do with a specific drill down scenario. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to showing you more Acumatica 6 features in the future.